What's up, guys? It's GranularSumo here. So a few people have been asking me to make some pads, and couldn't be asked to do anything really complicated. But I think this is a pretty cool and easy way to make interesting sounding pads. It's basically just a Foley sample that I've dropped in and tuned so that it's in key with like the normal C scale or whatever, and then then it's just got like some reverb and stuff. It sounds like this. But then you can really change the sound by changing the size of the reverb. Like if you bring it up loads, it sounds really, really different. Kind of interesting. But yeah, so I'll just walk you through what I've done quickly. There's really not much going on. I basically just drew out a random chord, a couple of random chords, and so I threw just a random Foley sample in there. It was this sample to begin with. So I think it was this part that I ended up using. This part here. Pretty sure that was the part that I used, or it might have been this part. But yeah, something like that. Like you can throw in whatever you want there. It doesn't have to be that kind of sound. It like just throw in any random Foley sample and you'll get like slightly different results every time. So they're always kind of interesting sounding. So I just had this one instance of sampler to begin with. Just ignore these two for now. And what I did was I found a part in it that I wanted to loop and just looped a tiny little section. I turned the snap grid off so I could make it really small. And then I turned the crossfade up because otherwise it has like that... like when it loops through, it like you can hear when it starts again. So I just turned the crossfade up so that you couldn't really tell so much. Let me just do this. So it would have sounded like this. There's not a huge difference, but it's a bit softer sounding. It makes more of a difference if the sample's longer, but I did it anyway. So then I just what I did was I tuned it down. Basically, I threw an operator in there and I turned this onto a triangle wave so I could hear it a bit better. And I armed both of them and I just kept on playing a C. And what I did was I tuned the root key and the detune amount until it was like close enough for me not to care about it, basically. So originally it would have sounded like this. And I just turned it down until they're playing roughly the same note. So then what I did was I duplicated it twice. And basically what I've done here is I've just detuned each one of these. Like I've detuned this one down by 1 cent and I've detuned this one up by 1 cent and I've panned them. This one's panned left and this one's panned right, only a little bit though, just to like make it sound kind of like phasey, like I don't know, like it just sounds wider and weird. So You know what I mean. So then that seems to be everything that I did in the sampler. I also turned the filter off, and I turned the volume all the way up to 0 dB. So then it's just a reverb. It's on the echo setting. I turned the diffusion network high shelf down a bit, and I brought it over to 743 hertz, because there was like too much highs in there. Basically, it just sounded kind of weird once it passed through the reverb. I turned the decay time up to 6.53 seconds, so it's like a really fairly long reverb. And I turned the dry wet all the way up, and then, like I said before, you can change the size to get different kind of tones out of the sound. I think I might have changed the chorus, but I can't remember. And then it's just going through a glue compressor in the end. Nothing special, but like I said, you can throw other random samples in there, and let me find something quickly. Let's go with let's try that one, I guess. I'll have to change the loop. Bring it over there somewhere. Let's loop it. Well, no, we'll loop it over here. So it's kind of different. You get like different results every time. Like you can throw any kind of sound in there as well. Like I've done it with pianos quite a few times. Like if I have like a piano part in a song, what I'll do is I'll just render it out into audio and throw it in a sampler and basically do this. And you end up with like more kind of atmospheric, like ambient weird sounds to like layer over it and stuff. It's nothing special, but quite a few people have been asking me to do more pads and stuff recently, so I thought I'd quickly show you how to do this. But yeah, I hope it was helpful, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, all that shit. And I'll catch you guys later.